Hello and welcome along. Today we are taking a look at Thunder Valley for Farming Simulator 17. This is a map for PC and Mac, PS4 and Xbox One. It is available via the Giants mod hub, and it is by somethingonmyshoe2. Yeah, it's an American map. Some fairly big buildings here in the yard. This is the point at which you spawn in. You can see we've got the landy over there, which we'll have a drive around in a minute. I'll just take you in this yard for a minute, and it's a nice big yard. Lots of space here. The little case combine that you start with here just looks kind of swamped. But yeah, it's otherwise really interesting looking yard. I'm liking this a lot. Let's have a look at the map and see what kind of stuff we've got. So, actually, let's go into this menu. So, lots of big fields on this map. We do start with... we start with none of them, from the looks of this. Oh, no, we do. We start with field 13. We start with one field. Looks like there's plenty of grass area to work, though, from the get-go. So, that is good. Let's jump in, then. Start up our landy, and we'll go and have a look. We'll head out this way first, and then from here, let's head... We'll head north towards... yes. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll head north towards Grain Elevator 1, up to Farm Barn, and then round and back down towards, yeah, the main shop. So, quite a long way round by looks of things. So this is our tipping point. Doesn't look like... May need... yeah, I think that there's an issue there in the textures. But that is obviously our tipping point. But yeah, there's no hole in the road for it really. So that's a little bit odd. Looks like you start with a couple of cases, which is great. We will go through the machinery at the end. And we're going to head this way. Seeds there in that barn. These are some huge fields. My initial impression of this map very much is that it's a good multiplayer map. You've got very big fields, lots of space that you need to work, and as a result, I don't think as a single player map this would do too well. That's your sheep area there, nice sheep area that. There is the water trough and the feeding trough, so that is all good. I'm guessing that is where your wool spawns. If we head back up this way, I think this is our cow area in here. So that's where your manure comes. That's where your slurry comes out. Yeah, here we go. Over here, that is your grass feeding. That is your water. So maybe sometimes on these maps you feed everything to the same slot for cows. So that might be the case here as well. I can't see a cow feeding area for the mixed ration. That's the unloading point. That must be your straw point. So yeah, I'm guessing it's a single feeding area. So I'll head up this way. I don't think we can go down there. That gets us anywhere we're particularly after. Let's have a look. No, we might end up coming back out that way. So it's a good looking map from the point of view of it being a very American map. It really is a very American map, this. And I'm liking the wide open space that's part of it. Not really a map I tend to go for, but otherwise it's, yeah. I think, well, as I said, I think looking at the size of these fields, the hugeness of this map, and the fact that you start with this single field, and very much thinking that your best bet is as a multiplayer on this map. I don't think this is much of a single player map from what I've seen. So this BGA area we have, there is our sell point for slurry, plenty of a drive-through BGA silage clamps, which is good, and now I'm getting used to looking for the digestate point as well. Something I've missed on a lot of map first looks. And I'm guessing it's around here-ish. That could be it. No real markings around here for that kind of thing. I'm guessing that the digestate must be around the other side of here somewhere. What is, because there's an area to back into here, so it could be there. There's no markings for that kind of thing around here, so that's intriguing. I can't see where that. Oh, hang on, that looks like a digestate tank, so it could be. Yeah, here we go. So marked here. So this is where your digestate is, where you can load up with that. That is something I think I need to start looking at in maps in general. Digestate, when you're using the VGA, is essentially free fertilizer. Right, we want to head up to grain elevator 1, so we will head back this way. So yeah, a very vast map this, but feels big, feels like a large map in that way. But strangely at the same time, I feel that it is fairly detailed. It's not as detailed as some maps we've reviewed and I've looked at, but it does feel fairly detailed for what it is. That is sell point, grain sell point that we're talking about. So that's grain elevator 1. Let's have a look up at this corner here. Field 4 is the biggest field on the map. So let's have a look at what we have. I would guess we've got missions from the looks of things. Yeah, we do have missions. Oh, the mission vehicles spawn quite a way back then. Nearly 2 million for that field. Wow. So yeah, you're going to have to work field 3 quite a bit. Field 3 or field 13. Quite a bit before you're going to do anything. Actually, you know what would work for single player on here? Because obviously it's not something you can do for multiplayer. Missions. I think for your first however many days and things, you're basically a contract on this map. Contract out, do missions, and earn a whole load of money so that you can get yourself going fully. Because I don't think there's really anything else you can do by the looks of this. Straw cell point. I was not expecting that. But yeah, drive through straw cell point in there. That is pretty cool. We will head south from here. Looks like... yeah, I'm not sure. I can't see any obvious forestry areas on the map. There's a tree farm. But, yeah. No obvious areas on the map that I would say that is where the woodland is. Except possibly ahead of us here. This sort of... yeah, it's... if this is the woodland area, it doesn't look like the most promising thing. I have to be honest, but we can have a look. Certainly the sawmill is down this way, and I'm going to go and have a look over at the tree farm as well, I think. Then what we'll do is we'll probably have a look in the sawmill, especially if I can get across the river with the sawmill. No, I can't. Right, so we're going to turn around and head back the other way, and then we should be able to get at the sawmill from the other side of the lake. I can see it over there. Yeah, this is for me. This is definitely a map I wouldn't be overly interested in playing. Certainly not for a series or anything like that. It's just way too big. Authorized vehicles only. Going across around the water. Water texture looks nice. Lots of nice reflection on there, and it does feel huge. This map really feels huge. And here we go, here's our sawmill. So in there is where our wood chip sell point is. And I'm guessing in here somewhere must be our sell point 4. Yeah, there we go. And here is our log sell point in there. Perfect. And if we continue around here, then around the corner here we have a tree farm. And I'm guessing that is... because from the looks of things, the forest isn't that great, to be honest. But this is the tree farm, so this is where you go to do, yeah, that's where you go to do your logging stuff. It's all very sort of regimented. There is a sell point here, and there is a sell point marked on the map here. But I'm not sure about that. That's a bit... What is that a sell point for? Sell point here for manure and slurry, by the looks of things. That's fantastic. That is a placeables area, so good to see that in here. Good to see seeing that in maps more and more these days. Yeah, not sure what that is a sell point for. Let's have a quick look at what that is a sell point for at the tree farm. So tree farm sell point takes... Okay, those two we know about. It's wood chip. It takes wood chip. So, yeah, I don't know what a tree farm... I suppose a tree farm would need wood chip to make stuff, to make trees grow, or to put around the bases of trees. Yeah. I'm sure if you want it, please put in the comments what wood chip would be used for in a wood farm. I'm guessing something's basically to get a bit of fertilise the soil a little bit. Right, so we have we're gonna go north from here and have a look in the town quickly. We'll circle around the town and then head back out. So we've got the diner here, which is a sell point. It is a sell point for, yeah, sell point for grains, again, at the very least. Maybe even some root crops. We have another sell point here, and that's the spinnery. So wool sell point there. And then down here, yeah, one more sell point. Not sure what that is the sell point for. But yeah, there is a little bit of an oddity with this, where nothing's been allowed for underneath these sell points, so you can't see the grain textures and things like that. Oh, before we leave the town, we do need to go and look at one other thing. Just here is our shop. Nice big shop. Looks like the one from... Is that the Goldcrest Valley one, or is that the... No, I think that is the Sosnovka one, I think. Here's what that is. So, nice shop. Interesting, there's nothing in it. There's no dressing on that shop, which is a little bit strange. Which is a pity, actually. It would be nice to have had a little bit of detail. Right, we want to head back this way. Head to Grain Elevator 2 and have a look. And see what, well, what that looks like more than anything. So you guys can see where it is. Yeah, not encountered any traffic. I haven't turned traffic off. And we haven't encountered any yet. So, oh, good thing when we're making manoeuvres like that. But, yeah, we don't seem to have any traffic at the moment. Which is a little bit strange. And here we go. Here's our second grain elevator. No sign of a train on this map at the moment either. Yeah, sell point here. Grain-wise... We'll head back out. Right. Best way to the cows. Yes, best way to the cows that we haven't already been is we'll head down the side of the map this way. And it is... Oh, we got a bit close. Okay, so this is a test. This is something that I've leveled at maps before. What happens if I try and drive into this? Okay, it's not awful. It's not great. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, that is something I don't like about this map. I should not be able to drive up the low-textured mountains. It would be nice if that barrier had been down here at the bottom, and I'd not been able to get at it. So that is a pity. I like my edges to the map to be a little bit better than that. That's not great. I still think it's a great multiplayer map. I still think it's a great console map from that point of view. Big farming, definitely. And as I said, it's the only way that I can play the single player is with missions to start with. We've found a forestry area. So let's dip our toe into this and have a look around. Nice little bit of detail, some use of the forestry ground texture. Not so sure about having it just under the trees like that. I suspect you would have more. Nice placeable area for some forestry, or nice area to do forestry work. I like that a lot. So there is a good bit of detail in this forest, but I think I could do with a little more work. It's too neat in places, I think. Right, we are going to use the Landy's ability to drive over anything, I think, and just head back down to this road. Oh wow, almost anything. That is a steep drop. Right, we'll go down here. Yeah, not really on the road, but we're back out. Right, and let's go and have a look at the cows. Now, how much have we got after we have looked at the cows? We have the market down the far end and the bits, and then we can head back. Oh, that was the pigs we were looking at earlier, to correct myself. That's the cow unloading. That's why we only had one feed trough on. That's because that is the pig area. So everybody who has said, those are the pigs you're looking at, BF, at the bit earlier. Yes, I have realised this is the cow area, not the pig area, as not the bit up the top, as I said previously. So that is slurry, that is manure, unloading area. That is grass feed. This, I'm guessing, is both, looking at it, is both straw and silage in there, and then water there. And then, of course, over here, what you would have with the cows, you have your silage plant. Put a nice big placeables area there. Oh, gold nuggets. So there are gold nuggets on here as well. That's 3 in very short succession. Right, and now we are going to head down this end. So that would be the other option, actually, to get yourself started on here. Is go and find the gold nuggets. If you're not using money cheat, and you don't want to cheat anything in, either start with lots of missions or go gold nugget it. Would get you started, because you are going to need to get anything beyond field 13. You are going to need a lot of money. Field 1, field 8 you might be able to afford. Field 2 you should be able to afford after a single harvest. But yeah, I think to build up, this is it'll be one of those maps that absolutely uses the mission system to its full advantage. And it does seem to give you, unless I got very lucky in having to pick one field that has missions. Yeah, I think everything should have missions on this map. Petrol station or gas station, because we are in the States with this map. Livestock market down here, fantastic. And around here, heading back to the main farm. So that's field 1. Let's go and have a look at the cost of what appears to be the smallest field on the farm. 50,000. Okay, so yeah, you could pick up field 1 and 2 fairly quickly, I think. I don't think you pay more than 150,000, and I think you could get that off a single harvest on field 13. But you'd be there a while, but I think you can. Again, more placeable areas. You could do, if you got some of the industrial mods on this map, you could do really well with those as well, actually. Good map for that if you're on PC. Obviously, those mods are not available on console, unfortunately. So there are options with this map. If you're in for if you want a big challenge, if you want something where you're starting from very little and having to work big stuff with very little, this would be a good map for that kind of challenge. It's one of those maps where it allows for an abnormal form of play, I think. and an abnormal challenge. There's nothing on it that is bad, or well, other than being able to drive up those bits, which I really don't like. There's nothing that's breaking. You know, you could have a really good challenging time on this map, I think. I think it's worth checking out if you're looking for that kind of thing in Farm Sim. You're looking for something that's a little bit different and a little bit of a different challenge. Then yeah, I think this map could be great for that kind of thing. So let's go and have a look at what we have in our shop or in our garage. So we have 3 case tractors, 3 455 XLs, really nice looking tractors, all at 145 horsepower, so very samey tractors here. Case 1660 axle fellow combine, so the little case, a Capello Quasar F4, and a case 1030 14-foot header for that. A Metaltech DB8 dolly trailer, a Qual Disc Farmer 3000 cultivator, a Salford 4204 non-reversible plough, and a Great Plains 3P100 6NT seeder. Wow! Yeah, and the Landy we added ourselves. That is not a lot of equipment. This very much. The more I look at this, the more I see this as a challenge map, as a map where you start with absolutely nothing, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to build up as quickly as you can, and doing missions, doing everything you can to get out of this, and as a result, my initial reaction is that is a great set of equipment. That is all the equipment you need to get started with that kind of challenge. So yeah, I would play this map in that way. If I was doing single player, absolutely play this map in that way. No seasons, go in there, do missions, and get yourself going as quickly as possible with some animals and stuff, and build up. Yeah, I love that idea. Otherwise, yes, I think you're going to have to change the equipment if you want to do some bigger stuff off the get-go. It is a severely underpowered set of equipment for the size of the map without approaching it from there. As I saw as well, we have no animals. We had nothing in our fields, no animals to start with. Not surprised with that startup either. Yeah, as a challenging map, as a good map for multiplayer on consoles, as somewhere where you could do a lot of different stuff on PC, so a lot of the extra factory stuff on PC, I think great map for that. If you're looking for a standard farm sim gameplay, this is not the map for you. If you're looking for any of those other things, if you're after a challenge, I think this might be a great map to do that kind of thing on. Certainly seems to be set up in that way. You can get it from Giants Mod Hub. It is called Thunder Valley. It is by somethingonmyshoe2. And if you do download it, let us know, and let us know what you think. But for now, that is all from me. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this first look. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.